You're listening to Jump on the Bat-Wagon, hosted by the Watchtower Database. Visit WDB on YouTube for video essays, timelines, fan theories, and much more from the DC animated universe. And now, please enjoy the show. Brian's talking about how his dog chewed a deer's feet off.
No.
And they're in the living room.
No. Kimmy's roommate's...
Kimmy chewed a deer's feet off?
Kimmy's roommate's dog...
Chewed a deer's feet... Oh.
Chewed the legs off of a dog toy that belongs to Kiva. And his name
Brian's
is Red
just trying
Deer.
to cover his tracks. He doesn't want to make it sound as gruesome as it is. He has a footless deer in his living room. Screaming,
but it's
bleeding
okay.
out.
I'm not eating it because I'm a vegetarian.
That's true. As long as you're not eating the thing you killed, it's okay to kill it.
Oh, God. What the fuck?
That's what Batman said when he pointed a gun at a man. Said, did you fucking eat that deer's feet off? He said, I'm not Batman anymore.
Never again. Wait, what was his line?
Yeah, you got it.
Never
You got
again.
It was never
Look
again.
at me.
Never
Hit the clap.
again will I
Hit the
eat.
clap
Oh,
button.
sorry.
Yeah.
Once when Brian remembers anything, I give him the clap.
Wow.
Please clap.
So far away.
That's what I'm saying. It's just not the orientation, Jamie.
Remember when Tiprekit sang us a Happy New Year song?
Yes.
And they're like, you're 152 pretty soon, something right there. It's this one. It's 152 episode number.
Holy
Jabwa.
Shit.
Jump on the Bat-Wagon.
Jabwa
the Hutt.
Oh yeah, Job one, not Job Tibwa.
James actually.
Are we putting the T in there?
No, we decided not to.
Okay, yeah.
Because the
J
didn't count.
O
Yeah, BW.
BW. Jabwa.
Job with the what? Job with the what?
Jabwa the what?
I'm James from the Watchtower Database YouTube channel.
Men like to hear it when they're what?
Turned down for what?
Oh wait, check this out.
Oh,
hey Kiva.
hey.
Bubs, come here.
That's it. Oh my God.
That's a big
Kiva
Kiva.
like came
Bubba,
in back
come
into
here.
the. Oh my God, he's got the deer.
Give us the roo. Give us the roo. He's like, I got the thing in my mouth.
He's got a mouthful of deer. How's he
he
supposed to roo?
Rosie,
Can't
can you
possibly
roo? Can you roo? Look at this beautiful dog. Holy shit.
I like her. Remember when Rose would just like not even be in the same room as anybody?
She's come so far.
I know. It's so nice.
And in the end, that's all that
Didn't
really
even-
matters.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
She's another fork stuck in the road.
This is where you say, and I'm Brian.
And I'm Brian!
I'm here to show Brian, my good buddy, the entire DC animated universe from start to finish for the very first time in the controversial Airdate order.
Babies. We made it
Babies.
to the Beyond Batmans.
We sure did. And that was the only episode of that show, and we're done now.
Next, it's going to be Impossible Batman. And then like Morningstar Batman.
Yeah, I was going to say Impossible Batman. No meat. Chicken Batman. Batman.
No.
In the controversial Airdate order, so he may view these shows the way human beings experienced them in the far gone days of the 1900s.
Good luck getting through the rest of your script, motherfucker.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to
Today,
interrupt you constantly.
It's what I do to you.
It is what you do
Today-
to me. Today's my sweet
We do that.
salvation and revenge.
I do that on the podcast so often, but I did it in real life a couple times today too, where I'm like, a thought came to my brain. I should just say it now.
Really?
Yeah.
When is that? I'm just so used to being interrupted that
I
I,
don't know.
can't.
You're just, it's what you're used
Not
to
discerning.
now.
Yeah. Hey, wait, don't read that.
Okay. Today we're watching the Superman the Animated Series episode Absolute Power. Your prediction last time was something
Derek
I've already
Power.
forgotten. Oh yeah, now you make the joke. There's a Babaroo.
Oh, is he going to give us a roo now? Bubba, give us a roo. Oh, give us a roo. That's a bark. Give me a roo. You want to come up here? Come here. He says, I don't know about that.
This is Absolute Power.
Give me all right. He's just going to clickety clack
He's
around.
corrupts absolutely.
What?
Give us a roo.
Oh.
He's licking Brian's inner nostril.
Oh, and he burped. Good burp, boo boo.
That was great. What was your actual prediction?
It was incorrect. It was going to be Brainiac.
Oh, yeah.
Doing
it's Jax-Ur and Mala doing shit.
Jackson and Molly.
Jackson and Molly.
They come from Tennessee.
the Tennessee zone.
Go the fuck away.
At the time of this recording.
Oh, I got a phone this time. 5:26 p.m.
Superman the Animated Series is streaming on Max.
Kiba.
And available on Kiba. And if you'd like to follow along, you can head over to bit.ly/watch. That is bit.ly right there.
Yeah,
in your
look
arms.
at him. Oh my god.
/watch DCAU.
Fuck, look at this dog.
Links in the show notes. Did everyone get that? Everyone listening, you get that information? Did that come across to you?
Does anybody not listen to that? I feel like everyone's just really
Tunes it
locked
out.
in when we say all the shit that we say at the beginning.
I don't know.
I bet people fast forward to the intro.
They probably don't listen to this part.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
This first aired Saturday, January 16th, 1999 at 8 a.m. on Kids WB, 6 days after our last episode, Rebirth.
Wow.
This aired number 47 and produced number 46.
Wow.
That's the wrong number. We don't get to champagne clinkies.
We already drank the champagne.
Okay. We drank all the champagne in the whole bottle. We're so drunk right now. We have a dog in our lap, collective lap that we share. There's a dog in it.
Do you need to borrow my lap, Jamie?
Yeah, I lost mine in a horrible lap accident. This was written by Hilary J. Bader and Alan Burnett. Directed by Butch Lukic. Music is by Shirley Walker and animation is Coco Dong Yang.
I'm kissing this dog.
I saw. Head over to the link in the description to send us a Yoppie beverage and support the show, and we will give you a shout out in an upcoming episode. And we'll plug your shit. We'll lick the inside of your nostrils. That's our guarantee, a Yoppie guarantee.
Oh my God. You have to, okay.
Uh-huh.
I would lick the inside of someone's nostrils, but it would have to be for spaghetti dinner money.
Yeah. If you do the spaghetti dinner tier and you're into that, you want us people lick your inside of your nostrils, well, I guess we'll do that. Brian I don't know if I could even do that for the spaghetti money.
Really?
Yeah, it's a little much.
I've done worse.
I've licked the inside of. We'll also do a push-up for every $1. So send us a coffee for our health and your entertainment. Today's Yoppie Bevs come to us from. Drumroll, please. Please say what?
Nothing.
Vitz.
Fuck yeah.
Was it what you were hoping?
Yes.
Okay. Vitz says, you already plugged me before, but now I wish to plug another project a friend is working on. The tale of a hero's journey of being trapped in the internet who not only has to fend off the big bad, but come face to face with his artistic creations from his days on YouTube. Reality, written, directed, edited, produced, and probably other roles by James Strecker, will take us on a whirlwind sci-fi comedy adventure. Instead of push-ups, I'm requesting that for every $1 of this Yoppie Bev, go to 1 minute of production time to complete the film. It's 5 Yoppie Bevs. All right, I can do that.
Vitz wrote me a while ago, like asking for like non-spoilers, but like, what can you tell me about the movie? Because he's like, I want to do this. I want to make James work on the movie more.
By giving me 5 Yoppie Bevs. Thank you.
He's a fucking legend.
Yes, thank you, Vitz.
So on top of that,
just like him coming to you like you knew this was coming.
Oh, yes, I did. I was just waiting for it. This one, I was like looking at your face and I was like, oh God, is this the Vitz one? Is it going to be this one? Because it's been probably like a month anyway.
Well, people keep doing it. It keeps being bumped up. And we also had to do multiple Ian Thompson ones, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Thanks, Vitz.
But yeah, so Virality.
I don't know how to really translate coffees into time I have, but if I could translate coffee into time, I'd be a billionaire.
I mean, it's a minute, $1, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
So 25 minutes of work on Virality.
Yeah.
That's all I got to do. I can do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it's done.
Is there anything in the meantime that you want to like psych the listener up about Virality? Having seen a rough draft of the movie, I'm like very excited for it to be done.
Well, good. I'm glad you're still excited, even though all I ever hear about it is, James, when the fuck is that going to be done?
Oh, that's just me being an asshole big brother.
Oh, I know. No, you have little brother energy. We've talked about.
I do, but I can also be an asshole of a big brother.
Yeah, okay. It's the combo. Yeah. And everyone on Watchtower is used to seeing me play multiple me's in a movie, but That's what I do.
Not like this, baby. Not like this. Can you speculate how many hours we spent in the green screen warehouse?
No.
It would have had to have been hundreds.
I'm sure, yeah. Like the video that I filmed yesterday, 2 days ago now, with Joe. I was there, like I told you, for like 12 hours filming this thing. And the people, when you'll watch the video come out, maybe it's out by the time you're listening to this, I don't know. Latest Willet Cannon. You'll be like, that took you 12 hours? It's like, yeah, because things are hard to do and you got to get them right. So we did a lot of like smoke machine effects and things like that were like, no, that didn't look right. Let's do it again and stuff.
So behind the scenes for Provide Reality, because I was there, baby.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like Jamie's saying, like him playing parts. So there's him. There's times where you're having a conversation with like 3 of you probably.
And talking to no one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
talking to no one. And we had to like change. We had this light that was like essentially just like a clip light on a big ladder.
Yeah.
And we had to like change.
It represented the sun, where the sun angle was. So that the green screen background never had to change. We just move where the sun was.
Right. And so we would like, a normal like conversation is like an A-B conversation, like on a movie.
Yeah.
But we'd sometimes like A-B-C a conversation with all the same guys. So you do a third of a conversation.
Yeah. And sometimes that wasn't even just me's. It'd just be people that couldn't be there on the same day as each other. So
yeah. There's just going to be a lot of like compositing people in groups
and hopefully
together.
Hopefully it'll look like you won't be able to tell sometimes, but obviously you'll be able to tell when it's multiple me's on camera. There's not multiple me's in real life, but if you've seen the multiverse video that we did a couple of years ago in the white space, the white void that all the me's and Maddies are in, it's like that, but this one goes to 11.
Yes, it does. So dear listeners, let's all send Jamie our collective
time,
psychic
coffee,
energy and strength and coffee
yes,
and
please.
time and get this movie done, because we do need it, Jamie.
I know. I want to watch it just as much as anybody else did. Probably more.
Probably more.
Probably more. It's been in my brain for a while.
But thank you, Vitz. Also, another subtle, not so subtle plug to our dear friend Vitz, even though he was having us plug you. Recently listened to his podcast.
It's Vitz Photos, all one word.
Okay, there you go.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
Just like boobs and stuff. It's pretty cool. I'm looking at some right now.
He does a lot. He does a lot of things.
Yes.
But I also like to plug him doing a podcast with our mutual photographer friend, Jax-Ur out of Seattle. You can just look up Jax-Ur, S-U-R-H, the Captured Creativity Podcast. And as of this recording, it was 4 months ago.
5:35.
Yeah. Exploring the world through a camera lens. David Horvitz on fire spinning photography. So go listen to them.
Yeah.
Be cool people. They're both fucking wonderful.
You know what else is fucking wonderful?
Superman.
Superman, the animated series. Let's do.
Bubba, what are these sound effects, man? Oh, God.
You got Bugsy over
there?
Those citizens you so recklessly saved were criminals, anarchists, condemned by due process.
Even on your world, you don't interfere with that, do you?
Before we arrived, this was a planet in chaos, divided by petty conflicts and factions, not unlike Earth. We have brought to it the order it needed.
Is that a fact?
Don't take my word for it. See for yourself, Kal-El. Production instead of destruction. Factories where there were once useless forests and wetlands. Workers who now cooperate with each other instead of compete. A job for everyone according to his abilities and our needs. To ensure a future as orderly as the present, we have built new schools to teach morality, loyalty, and purpose. Needless to say, disciplinary problems are now non-existent. All over this planet, we are tearing down the irrational past in order to make room for an efficient future. In 1 year, we have put a new face on this world, creating the paradise Krypton would have been under our rule.
Now, if only someone down there would smile.
I hope you're not thinking of opposing us, Kal-El. We've had a year to develop our powers.
I don't think we have to worry about that, Mala. Kal-El knows his place, and this planet is simply out of his jurisdiction.
Hi.
Hey.
If you're wondering,
Let's just do it. Let's just get right into this.
what
Yeah.
you just watched. Take a listen to the synopsis. The short summary, which is sometimes kind of long.
The episode ended and you said, I just really don't like Superman as much as I like Batman. and I see I was not a good timing to watch Rebirth and then this.
Yeah.
It's like very boring, nothing Superman episode.
I wouldn't say nothing.
Okay. What would you say? What would you say happens in this episode?
We start off with another one of those Superman narrations.
Episodes.
I'm like third person. What am I trying to say? Narration.
It was the same as what's happened in Late Mr. Kent and maybe one other one like Promethean or something. There was some other one where he does this there was only one. Oh, his little girl lost. It wasn't narration, but he was like, Captain's log. I'm doing this thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, but this was out of the three that's happened so far. This was like the least why was he doing it? Why was there narration? It was bookended narration. It just bothered me. It was like, it was some writing choice they thought was really deep or something. And it just, I don't know, this episode kind of pissed me off. Can you continue what happens?
All right. We start off with a narration. Superman is in his little super rocket and he's going to check out a black hole. And he gets close to a black hole. And he's like, this is as close as I want to get. Cut to not even literally just he says that. And then we see a big ship rocketing towards the black hole. And he uses his X-ray vision to be like, what's going on there? And people are all, inside.
I'm being magnetized to the wall. That's how black holes work.
Black holes make people magnets.
Don't you know? That's the subtitle.
It needed the don't you know.
Yeah. We're very Minnesota into the
So yeah.
They're getting the big suck. And Superman's like, not on my watch. And he jumps out of his rocket ship and he gets in front of the rocket, the big space rocket ship thing, and pushes back from against the black hole. You said he's not stronger
safety.
than a black hole. And then the wing rips off the ship and we're like, okay, yeah, correct. He's not. Right. Then he just tries it again on a different part. And he's Superman. I'm actually stronger than a black hole.
he had just said so strong that not even light can escape.
Yeah. Something.
And then but I can. Yeah. And he just pushes
as long as I
huge
fly
spaceship out of it.
Yeah.
So he pushes the rocket back and he's like, oh, good thing this spaceship left a vapor trail.
Oh my God, I forgot.
And so he follows a vapor trail.
I'm even more mad.
Back through space. Jamie, just listen to the story, man.
I know you're
it's
the one
totally
that's supposed to be mad at the thing. I was supposed to try to convince you it's good, but anyway.
So we're going to reverse roles in this one. This is my new number one.
And I'm Brian.
So he follows a vapor trail, which seems to be something that he projects. He uses X-ray vision to see it because it's not there. And then it kind of whoop, 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 whoop,
we'll talk
into
about
reality.
it in Superman's powers.
Fuck yeah,
thoughts.
okay.
Yeah.
And he pushes the spaceship all the way back to where it came from, which who knows how long that took.
Yeah.
And then, by the way, he said black hole just 6 light years from Earth. How fast does Superman's spaceship go?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe it can open wormholes in the baby when he's a baby. Remember, the planet explodes. The planet explodes. Krypton explodes. A wormhole opens. He and the kryptonite go through the wormhole.
Oh,
so he probably did that, but we didn't see that.
Okay,
so,
cool. Well, I'm just gonna ignore
Brian rolled his eyes when he said that.
How long it takes to travel.
See,
that
Brian's
far.
mad at this episode. He hates this episode with a passion. He's so mad.
So anyway, Superman pushes this spaceship back to the planet, and Molly and Jackson are ruling this planet.
You're
and
saying the name of my wife's brother's wife and my wife's cousin's husband, Jackson and Molly.
There's somebody listening to this podcast who has like the siblings, Jackson and Molly, or like dear friends of theirs, or Jackson and Molly. I don't mean this.
Common-ish names.
Yes, you know.
They're also Kryptonian Nazis or something.
Yeah. So he pushes them back to the space to the planet, and they're like, you're one of them. We're gonna fight you, and then they run away.
How did they
Superman's
know
like
that? You're white.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah,
is what they meant.
It's a racist thing. It's fine.
It's fine.
Racism is fine these days.
In the
right?
reverse.
Yeah. Let's not. Let's not, and then say we didn't.
Okay.
And then so Jackson and Molly are there, and they're like, "Hey, we're like ruling class, but we did good for them." And then the people are like, "Hey, actually, look at what they're doing. They're making spaceships that are going to destroy the world in the Earth world, Super Earth." And Superman's like, "Not on my watch." And so then they,
there's so many opportunities to do that.
yeah. Okay, so then they get into a fight, and then they're like, "We're gonna Superman you into a black hole." And Superman's like, "I'm me. Don't throw me into a black hole."
I'm me.
And then they fight some more because Superman gets out, and then everybody escapes except for Jackson and Molly, who get spaghettified and chucked into the black hole at the end.
Yep.
Oh, Superman's like, "I should be thanking them because I almost turned my back on these people at the end."
Yeah, I guess he didn't really almost do that though.
He was gonna leave.
Why does he? Well, yeah, but if Jackson and Molly hadn't been there, I'm just their names now. If they hadn't been on it's weird. If they hadn't been there when Superman landed, if shit hadn't been going on, he would have just been like, "Okay, bye." And
I think he would have investigated further.
I guess so.
Because like, why would he ever trust the two of them, Jackson and Molly? That is.
No, if they weren't there at all, and he just saved people from a black hole, put them back on their planet.
Oh,
He'd have no reason to stay there if nothing was happening or whatever.
yeah, but they were like firing at Superman from their ships.
Yeah, let's say the official synopsis.
Give me the official.
Superman confronts Jackson and Molly as he defends a distant planet that the two Kryptonian outlaws have enslaved. That's it. But Superman plays Helldivers.
He fucking should.
Okay, I don't know why this episode made me as mad as it does.
I don't either. Do you want to talk about this?
I think it like I said. I think
because you have a night coffee and you're all feisty.
I have a night coffee. Night Coffee, starring Richard Mole. I don't know. The episodes that have made us like what?
Hold on.
It was a night court.
CCH Pounder?
Oh, CCH Pounder. Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Give me a CCH Pounder. Stat. That's the name of the coffee. Yeah, the episodes that have made us mad in the past, like the Sewer King one, or like I've Got Batman in My Basement or whatever, have been just like they've made us mad because like, why did this episode exist? It was so terrible. Like the art was bad, the story was bad, whatever. I don't think any of this was really.
That's not what. I just can't believe she's real.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Brian looked up CCH Pounder and he's astounded that she's a real person.
I can't believe her name is Carol Christine Hilaria Pounder.
Yeah, I said that.
I can't believe it is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Not that you said it or not.
Anyway.
Go on.
Okay. What the fuck am I saying? I didn't think that the art was bad at all.
It was sometimes.
And I didn't think that the story was necessarily bad either. It was just like the execution of everything. So the thing I kept thinking the whole time, and this is a really niche comparison, in marching band competition, let me start by saying there is.
Hold on. Should we put on some background music for those people who don't care about what you're about to say?
Yeah, I think so. The judging sheets, the score. I'm not going to do this. When you judge a marching band in competition, there is a score for. God, I can't think of what the actual word it is for right now, but it's like
aesthetics,
the content of the music, the drill, like how tough is the music, how tough is the drill, whatever. Then there's the execution of that drill and music. So it's like, You're being judged on what the staff and artists and musicians and whatever wrote for the band, and you're being judged on how well the children actually did the thing that you wrote for them to do. This episode felt like the people coming up with the idea had a really solid, cool idea. Like, oh, space, black hole,
cool
the
idea.
final frontier. There's a black hole and it ripped open a portal to the Phantom Zone. And Jax-Ur and Mala, very powerful Kryptonian Nazis, get released from the Phantom Zone. What?
One of my biggest complaints is like there was 2 meteors heading towards the black hole, and they collided, and that ripped open a hole in the Phantom. They would connected, they would like explode.
Have you ever taken 2 big rocks and hit them? It makes a portal to a different dimension.
Fucking hell, you're right.
Near a black hole? I don't think you've ever done that.
My bad. You're right. You're right. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Anyway, conceptually, I feel like a lot of this was well crafted. And then for whatever reason, I felt like Tim Daly was like phoning it in the whole episode. Like he did not feel like he was even in the same room as everyone else. Like, and maybe he was. I don't know. It was just like the way they record these is usually like a round table. Like they're all in the same room. They're all in a line recording and they're bouncing off each other and stuff.
Yeah.
They're Circle Boy from the Legion of Superheroes. This is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, but it just, I don't know. The voice acting felt very stiff and boring. It was like an original Star Trek episode or something, like where there's like, fluorescent colored alien lady goes, hey, Captain Kirk, I mean Superman, help me. I'm a hot lady. And then he goes, you're right. I will help you. And then it could have been cool, I think, is what I'm trying to say. Like it could have been good and it just wasn't. And it also didn't help that like, we just watched a 2-part episode that had like 2 episodes to flesh out the full story. And then this one had to just like speed run through the whole thing. And Superman figured out what was happening there. They're going to destroy Earth in like 2 seconds. And then immediately they're fighting on the ship and immediately they get pulled in the black hole. Like it was just all very fast and it was just over.
Well, let me counterpoint here.
Okay.
What are the major plot points? Superman investigates investigates black hole.
Right.
Ship entering black hole. Superman saves ship.
It. Yeah.
Back on ship's home planet, Superman gets greeted with some angry people and then Jackson and Molly. Yeah.
I think they could have cut that whole scene of other ships attacking him and just gone straight to like, open up the ship. Oh, Jax-Ur and Mala are here. What the fuck? I thought you were in the Phantom Zone. They immediately tell him. Then they have way more time to like draw out. Like I'm fine with the scene of them doing the like that was a good line for an evil bad guy when he's like, before we built factories where there were just useless rainforests or whatever he says, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool,
prairies
good job.
and wetlands,
yeah,
something like that.
And then. But like keep that, show that they're okay. Like they think they're doing the right thing, but these people are suffering or whatever. But like there wasn't enough to make me care about any consequence of Jax-Ur and Mala being there. Like people were uncomfortable being under their rule, but you never saw them like killing anybody. You didn't actually see any like, oh yeah, we have this like factory where all these people that were like homeless before and stuff. Now they have jobs. But then you should have also seen like, here's the other side of the planet where there's squalor and people are sick and dying in the streets and stuff because Jax-Ur and Mala don't care about them and that social class, whatever. There was not time for that. So you just got like, man, she kissed me and I don't like that. So we got to get them out of here. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that you could have like saved some time for story building and maybe put something in there that was like, instead of Superman's being attacked by these people because Jax-Ur and Mala, the dictators, say that they should be attacked. Instead, when Superman like goes to open the door, instead of quick run away from him, he's one of them, saying something like they could be meeting Superman in fear, for the sake of Molly and Jackson.
Well, yeah, but it's like, why do they fear Jax-Ur and Mala? Why do they not like them?
Well, but that's the thing. You start there, and then Superman's like, I'm sorry, who the fuck is here?
Yeah.
And then when he goes to confront them, they could be like, no, Superman, pulling the wool over his eyes. Like, everything's fine. These people are just don't worry about them. And then it becomes more of like a civil war kind of thing.
I mean, what they were doing is obviously not okay. Like, these people didn't ask for this. They're doing everything for their own benefit, living like kings and whatever.
Just to
presumably
make an attack
sexually abusing their soldiers. But yeah, there's not
presumably actively
doing so. Yeah. On screen. But yeah, it just felt like it wasn't like brutal enough for the audience to see like, oh my God, like even just when we met Jax-Ur and Mala, and the thing that they're doing is like a bunch of like space coups where they're like, we're trying to overthrow the planet and we're trying to murder people, and our stormtroopers from Batman Beyond are going everywhere and fighting and all this stuff. It was like, this was just like, haha, we're in our castle. What do you think of our underlings running around doing factory work? And he's like, I don't like it. I'm going to kill you in a black hole. It didn't feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm just too focused on how boring and dumb I thought the episode was and just letting it get to me. But for some reason, it just felt so disappointing, I guess.
No, I see what you're saying. And I'd like to defend it because I think it wasn't bad.
Okay.
It wasn't good though.
No, well, it was just, it happened. It was one of those like,
this is another one of those, we always talk about this where the ones aren't like, it's not comically bad.
Yeah.
You can't just sit and make fun of the whole thing, but nothing happened enough. We talked about like those like 5 plot points, and there's maybe 2 more.
Yeah.
1.5 more.
Right. And they fight. Yeah.
They fight.
Oh, and when they fight in space, when Jax-Ur and Mala have the like
breathing apparatus,
they have a mask on that somehow is full of oxygen. I don't know what's going on there, but it's like has a like
it's got a dingle tube
that's not connected to anything. It filters the space air into breathable air. But like it
turns antimatter into oxygen.
Oh, sorry. It turns dark matter into oxygen. The fight at the end was so like it was one of those things where it felt like it was taking way too long to do like 3 things. And you mentioned at one point when the ship splits in half, you're like, they look very Hanna-Barbera. And yeah, it was just like 2 images like sliding away from each other.
Yeah, like they were already broken, and then they like took the broken pieces apart.
Yeah. And then the next shot was the whole ship like falling into the black hole, but it also was just a still image like rotating. And it was like those were the only parts that I really felt like, okay, the art is not good or whatever. But most of the episode was passable. It was fine. There was one shot where Superman was talking to Jackson and Molly on the little balcony, and his like face looked completely wrong, and I was like, that's weird. But other than that, it was okay.
Yeah.
I like the design of the kind of like future buildings, and I was thinking that the whole time was like I was looking for,
what do they call it, like Krypton 2?
Yeah. Oh, New Krypton.
Cody 2.
Yeah. New Hampshire. The planet.
I would not go there.
What did you just say? Cody 2?
Don't worry about
that. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Someone out there is going to know about Cody 2, and I'd be very happy.
Right in, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cody! You're just a baby.
I don't know.
Fucking hell, man.
Sorry.
You need to get cultured.
What is it?
Don't worry about it.
You're not going to tell me.
It's Frisky Dingo.
Okay. I should have known. Anyway. What was I saying? The throne room thing that Jackson and Molly sit in and talk to the guy, and hundreds of episodes from now will be reused in a Justice League episode for a different place.
Okay.
Like they're just like, nobody's going to remember this like castle throne room place. We're just going to use it
to
again.
Jamie looking directly into the camera.
Exactly. I'm doing like a Jim from The Office. Like, yes, and no one remembered. But
also, we got a 4th wall break from Molly.
Yeah, she just like,
what?
Let me tell you, it was about a year ago, and looks right in the camera. Yeah.
I damn near fell off the couch.
And then she did it again when she kicked the camera at the commercial break.
Yeah, what the fuck? She's all about the 4th wall in this episode.
She knows the camera was there.
She's like, if I'm going to get black holed.
Yeah. But what I was saying was like, with the reuse of that thing it made me think of like, man, they have to like almost constantly come up with a new and different like futuristic alien society, or like a futuristic looking. So they have so far we've had like Krypton. We just had like Batman Beyond Gotham. We have this planet. We have I feel like there's been at least a couple other alien planets. There's like Bizarro World with a different plant life. They always are having to like, okay, a spaceship that does this task, but we can't use the one we used last time, and so they have to go like make up a new ship or make up a new planet building style and all this stuff. So I don't envy them, and it's actually pretty impressive that they can do that it's not the same thing every time. But there was just like, I felt like this was all in an episode that wasn't worth that time. Like that they had to mix up so much new assets for this episode and new character designs and new, types of aliens and all this stuff just to have it be, there was a black hole and Jax-Ur and Mala came out and then we put them back in it. Okay. I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry.
Dude, you know what? You don't have to be sorry.
All right. You want to hear the cast of this episode?
No.
Okay. Oh, I was just pressing a random button. As Robert Costanzo. Tim Daly as Superman.
As Tim Daly.
Yeah. There's no / Clark Kent. It's just Superman.
That's true.
Jennifer Jason Leigh as Sataya. This is her only DCAU acting credit. She plays Dr. Ventress in Annihilation. Have you seen that movie, Annihilation?
Nope.
A few years ago. It's very good. You should watch it. Chantel Hutchins in 6 episodes of Twin Peaks. Does that ring a bell to you?
Which season?
That's the newer ones.
Oh, no,
have you not seen those yet?
Yet.
Okay, I kind of.
I don't know. I'm on the fence. I loved the first 2 so much that season 3.
You don't want to ruin it or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know if you could ruin it. It's David Lynch.
Yeah, it's probably good. I don't know. And then Bridget in the movie.
The movie.
Ron Perlman as Jax-Ur. Is misspelled with a lowercase u in the credits. Just thought you should know that. We have Sarah Douglas as Mala. Mala was previously voiced by Leslie Easterbrook in Blast from the Past. I never noticed myself that it was a different person until now listening for it. She had a very different voice in this episode. She had a British accent in this that she didn't have before, and then she also
maybe it was just transatlantic.
Yeah, it was somewhere in between. It was like a bordering on
Trans-Pacific.
Yeah, exactly. But Sarah Douglas this time. Sarah Douglas played Ursa in Superman and Superman 2, like the Christopher Reeves movies, who was like General Zod's woman associate. So it was like it's the same character basically. It was kind of, I guess, a cool choice to do that. She played a bunch of bit parts and a bunch of Doctor Who stuff. And also bit parts in Conan the Destroyer, The Return of Swamp Thing, Beastmaster 2, Puppet Master 3, Return of the Living Dead 3, and Meatballs 4, which made me really mad because I didn't even know there was a Meatballs 2.
Yeah, same.
We have Carl Lumbly as Alteris. That was the soldier guy that did a thing.
Carl Lumbly. Why do I know that name?
He was previously the mayor in Speed Demons. I want a fair race, everybody.
Yeah.
And additional voices in Sub-Zero. I don't know why you would know him. I know him from future things that we'll talk about on this podcast, but I don't know. You were listening, you were looking at me going, huh? And I just kind of waved you away like, no, you don't know who this is.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you do.
Right. So that's it. Like he doesn't have any other movies and show things?
But I would have said them to you during Speed Demons. And don't look it up. Okay. Steve McGowan as Stormtrooper Guard. This guy gets called a Stormtrooper. He looked more like a Vireality bot. Previously, additional voices in The Cat and the Claw, Thug number 1 in Apocalypse Now, and Gunrunner number 2 in You Scratch Moy Bake. Michael David Donovan as additional voices. He was previously male anchor in Heavy Metal, male announcer in Warrior Queen, male anchor in Apocalypse Now, and Gunrunner number 3 in You Scratch My Dick. And Jennifer Hale as additional voices as well. Previously female vacationer in The Promethean and Gispitlessness in Little Big Head Man.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
You want to hear some trivs about this fucking episode?
Not really.
I'm going through a black hole. Spaghettification. Yeah. I like it. They're like Hanna-Barbera rotating into the black hole, and you're like, is he just going to let them die? And then they start into a spiral, and you're like, yep. And then he flew away, and I think you said, like, he's no Batman or something. Like, he says, well, I'm getting out of here. I guess he just figured there was nothing he could do. They were too close or something. But it's like that black hole has like an invisible wall that once you pass it, it's like now you're actually being sucked into it or something.
Yeah.
Like that ship.
Speed up.
Yeah. Like that ship is just like, oh no, I'm slowly floating. And then it just goes into a Plastic Man, Mr. Fantastic arm into the thing. I was like, I did like in that moment, I guess, that like a keen thing that I guess I'm skipping, but that when it explodes, like it gets sucked in and warped, and then it blows up, and it only goes like, and then it like cuts off as if the black hole like absorbed everything or something. I'd have no idea if that's scientifically accurate in any way, but it was a neat idea to just be like, nope, it's done very quickly at the end. Superman's quote about good people doing nothing is usually attributed to 1700s Anglo-Irish philosopher Edmund Burke. The full quote allegedly reads, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing." However, the attribution to Burke has no evidential support. One of the most notable attributions of the quote to Burke was by President John F. Kennedy in a speech before Canadian lawmakers in Ottawa on May 17th, 1961.
May 17th.
That's a day before my birthday. David Bromwick, Sterling Professor of English at Yale University and author of The Intellectual Life of Edmund Burke, told Reuters that Burke never said it. Is it Reuters? Reuters. "I don't know that anyone famous did, but the misattribution has had a long life." So I like at the end of this episode, Superman's like, someone once said this, as if to be like, we don't fucking know who it is.
But can you say it in a JFK accent?
Yeah. The only thing necessary for the trial. Not really. In a 2021 post on the Toon Zone forums, Bruce Timm humorously mentioned how it took 3 different actresses named Jennifer to voice Satya. The first actress named Jennifer initially voiced Satya, but her performance didn't work, with Jennifer Jason Leigh coming in to replace the first actress. Later on, when they needed additional ADR work done for the episode, Leigh was out of town and wouldn't be available for the episode's delivery deadline. At that point, Jennifer Hale, credited in the episode for additional voices, came in to record the character's grunts and redo some of her lines. So there you go. I wonder which ones she said. She probably said, when she landed on her butt on the ground. When she said, "Superman, look at my butt." She's like, "There was one more thing I need to show you." And I just said, "My butt." "What do you think?" "Oh, I need to go home. Sorry." This was a waste of time.
I need to go give a speech.
Yeah. "I need to go back to the Fortress of Solitude, my wank palace." When Superman deflects the blast shot by Alteris, there's a full screen frame of a fire explosion, which was reused footage from Where There's Smoke when Volcana blasts Superman with a fireball in the parking lot.
What if Superman's just a throwaway show? Has anybody brought up this point before?
They're doing so much reused explosions and boring nothing episodes. Is that why you're saying this? Yeah, I don't know. This is used. I think they're trying. I just think Superman's hard to write for, probably, because he can do so much shit. Like, look at Vapors, which we'll talk about. This is used again 3 more times when Jax-Ur and Mala's ships start blowing up, and 3 times more when it gets pulled into the black hole. Likewise, when the control panel of the ship explodes, it features an explosion that has reused footage from the gas canisters that Superman ignites in The Way of All Flesh.
Okay, next.
Yeah, keen effects.
Yeah. Keen.
How about the explosions?
Well, when the reused explosions. I think there was a legitimate one when the missile from the rebels or whatever is headed toward the palace and Mala blows it up and then it does like a big zappy electricity ball in the sky and they're like, the light. That was keen.
That was pretty keen.
And that's it. No, there. One more that I noticed was Superman rising out of the elevator in the ship, and he's like bottom lit and all light bluey, dark and gray and stuff.
That I didn't like that.
Oh, I thought that was keen.
Oh,
I was like, mysterious and cool. Wow. And Brian said, "No, I hate it." Yeah. We get to do a CGI or CG because bonus triv. Although Dong Yang Animation and Coco Enterprises were the animators for this episode, the black hole effects were animated digitally by Tokyo Movie Shinsha.
That was digitally?
Apparently.
No.
I'm going to CG nay.
No.
Look, it didn't look bad, but why would you do that in like CGI?
It didn't look... I don't believe that it was CGI.
I think that by that, they mean...
They might
After
have
Effects layer that's rotating at, whatever that...
Yeah, because it wasn't like swirling. It was just like a static image that rotated, right?
And kind of like vibrated a a bit or something. Yeah. It had like swirlies on the edges.
I'm just going to null that one and say we should move on.
CG. Yeah. All right. Well, it's time for the musical minute from Jordan Blumen.
Hey, music.
That's Terry McGinnis saying that, but we won't get to that for a few episodes still.
Oh, shit.
Here it is.
Now over to the musical moment. I really love the Star Wars-y music that happens kind of throughout this, especially at the opening and the ending. There's just kind of lots of Star Wars feels here in the intro. When Superman saves the ship while it's going into the apparent black hole, we start his theme song at the bridge of the theme song. Da, 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 da. And I think that's cool because we rarely start it there. We usually start it at the big brassy part. Very cool version of that. I love the Discord when the ship people start running away. I think that's really cool. When Fake Zod is describing how wonderful everything is, the music here feels like a World of Tomorrow theme park exposition song, which appropriately comes off as overly polished and insincere. I thought that was a neat bit of musical detail. There's very Star Wars-y music when they blow up the ship at the end with the big brass hits followed by this softer, primarily strings and woodwind stuff. It feels like a reference to the destruction of the Death Star.
Interesting. Okay.
You know what? Like listening to Jordan talk about the music, like makes me appreciate the episode more.
I think so. That's why he's here. That's why we have him. Because the episode was just kind of whatever. But then thinking, I was like, oh yeah, that was like that. That is kind of cool. Yeah. I mean, I think it just I wouldn't say I tuned out. I would say I guess I checked out of the episode. Was kind of like, I get it, I don't know. And I'd seen it before, obviously. They had some sort of Toonami marathon of Superman episodes once that this played during. And I think it might have been.
It's the one that you go make yourself a sandwich during.
Well, it was like I know I taped that event. Like, oh man, like a bunch of Superman and Batman episodes like playing back to back. I'm going to tape all these so I can have them. And I don't think I ever revisited this one. Like I would just either fast forward past it or just know it was coming and be like, I'm done watching this.
I wish we could explain why it's not good.
I don't know.
Because I feel like we haven't put up enough good points about it, other than like it just didn't seem like it mattered. Like the freaking, like there's a black hole. There's like a lot at stake, but we're just kind of like, there's a whole world that's been enslaved, man.
It's weird, and I'm sure it's just a symptom of like Batman is more of like an everyman who just took the time to figure out a bunch of cool shit that he could do. But like, everyone always mentions like you could be Batman if you really wanted to or whatever. You just have to kill your parents. But like,
no, not endorsing that one.
But like, watching the Batman Beyond premiere. It's like I already care more about Terry McGinnis in those 2 episodes than I did about Superman in most of this show.
Yeah.
And he's just very flat. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish that I'll just say I feel like Superman gets more relatable in other shows we'll see him in.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, his own show with his name on it is like, there's 5 good episodes, like at least of what we've watched, where it's just like, cool. I'll return to those. The rest are just like, okay, I guess that was Superman. And it does really suck because I feel like the show in general is still good. And it's not like I'm trying to say that like you can skip Superman or something like that. But there's just so many moments of like this episode is a very skippable episode. It has they're not even anywhere near Earth. There's no other characters. When I do the cast in the credits, it'll always show, they're going by like screen like that fast of the credits. The first screen of names is always like Superman, Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, the main villain, whatever, like the core cast. And then the second screen is always like,
secondary
villain
tertiary.
of the week. Guard, all that kind of stuff. This first screen just said Tim Daly as Superman and a bunch of empty space. And then the next screen had the like 3 other people. And it was just like, nothing is happening in this. There was just Superman is on a weird, like it could be one of those that like, oh, I never saw that episode. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's fine that you didn't see that. Cause also like, I don't know. I'm sorry, listener. I don't like this one. Top 10. It's number 2. No. I don't think it's but that's the other thing is I don't think it's a bottom 10 episode. We'll get. I'm skipping fucking ahead. Superman's powers. He has vapor vision. My annoyance with that was that he turns on red eyes as he gets to the camera, and I'm like, heat vision. And then he looked at the vapors. I'm like, is this heat vision where he can see heat? Because it doesn't make any sense. Like, he's not really using X-ray vision either. Like, you need X-rays to see vapors.
Vapor vision.
Yeah, I think it's vapor vision.
I think it's vapor vision too. Yeah.
I'm going to go back to the Superman Powers document, wherever that's at. There it is. Are we just calling it vapor vision?
Whatever you want to call it.
But that seems like more of what it would actually be called.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's just vapor vision. I'm going to put, for the clue to remember what that is, I'm going to put vapor vision from absolute power. And then, do we want to count for weaknesses? He got wrapped up in a magnet ring thing. Does that count as something?
That does seem kind of new.
They're like, even you
specifically
can't break
said,
magnets. Yeah. Magnets, how do they work?
Homeboy, you're stronger than a black hole.
Yeah, oh my God. But the magnets.
But the magnets are
rings,
strong.
Yeah.
These are rare earth magnets.
Earth?
Rare earth.
Oh, I think you're like Jax-Ur.
Because there's rare earth magnets, but these are rarer. These are more rare than rare earth magnets.
I'm doing rarer earth magnets as the weakness. And they will be magnet rings, absolute power. How strong? 1 through 10? 10. He's stronger than a black hole. 10 black holes out of 10.
The fact is that, and we've already mentioned this, but like the fact that he's like, not even light can escape. And then, but like Superman can escape with a spaceship.
Superman can push a ship.
What the fuck?
The other thing that bothered me about that was in Little Girl Lost, that's the Supergirl episode. He is on the like destroyed Krypton adjacent planet where Supergirl's family are all dead in cryopods or whatever. Right. And he's hopping around in his spaceship because he's near the red sun or whatever. Oh, that's why. I was going to say he's in his spacesuit and doesn't have powers. But in this, he was in his spacesuit and had powers. It's because there's a red sun. I'm an idiot. So never mind. Don't worry about anything I just said.
In this episode?
I was going to say it doesn't make sense that he can push the ship at all because he only has the power of his rocket boots. But he totally does also have Superman powers. However, it still pisses me off that he can't. What's he pushing off of? He's just propelling himself. It might be that telekinesis theory we talked about forever ago, where that's how he flies. He's just lifting himself with his mind or something. Because like, what?
He pushes a spaceship from a black hole. 10.
Yeah.
So is this what you were thinking about in the past? When you're like, oh, I don't know, because I think it was like the first Superman episode. Like he stopped a jumbo jet, which by the way,
he had
with
a lot of
some
problem
fucking
with it.
strain.
Yeah.
This is a black hole. The thing that not even light can escape. And he's pushing a bigger ship than a jumbo jet.
Mm-hmm. That's not even the most crazy thing we'll see him do. So
that's impossible.
But I'll still give him a 10.
That's a 10.
Yeah. 10 rocks hitting each other to open a portal.
I'm going to give him 10 slaves.
Why would you do such a thing, Brian?
Hi, Maxwell.
Hi, Max.
You clickety clacking in here, buddy?
Don't talk back. Where's Clayface? See the rocks that hit each other to open the portal? Okay.
Yeah.
He's bald, I'm bald, we're all bald. But who's the baddest bald of all? It's James and Brian's final call. The Balderarchy.
I don't know. No one's bald in this.
Not a single person is bald.
No. So we got to pick someone, though. Who is most bald? Between Jax-Ur and Mala, Jax-Ur has significantly less hair. But he's not. He has kind of a shitty hairline, but he's not bald.
No.
The Rock. The rocks that opened the portal because they caused the bad guys to come out.
What about the robots piloting the spaceships programmed to attack Earth?
Those big, like, hanging in a thing.
Yeah, they don't really look like robots, really. They're like not humanoid, I guess.
But I think that counts. They were going to do bad guy things. It's a stretch. They were going to do bad guy things. Absolute power, robots being sent to Earth, but didn't actually do anything.
So what do you think happened to all those ships? The Armada.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Superman just got a like Star Wars End of New Hope medal on a staircase and then said goodbye. And
they're like, you know what we should do? We should fuck up Earth.
Yeah, they're just like, wait a second.
So when he gets back, the Armada is attacking Earth.
Yeah, he didn't get there in time.
I've been double crossed.
All right. We have thoughts of the week from Dylan Pollock.
Coming up next, it's another guest appearance from our favorite visiting superhero.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Here it is.
I don't think I'm going to get tired of that.
Yeah, no.
It's time for the thoughts of the week from Dylan Pollock on absolute power, or that just seems like fascism with extra steps, or you might just get a glimpse inside the hole. I envy you. It is interesting the way Superman powers just are what they need to be. He's got bong vision where he can just see smoke in this one, and strange elevators to be able to fight the gravitational pull of a black hole in this episode. Yep. Does anyone else feel like it's so basic to be able to name a new planet and just go with new whatever? Come on, man, call it Furzalgorp or something fun. Also,
you live in New York,
they were building weren't heading to Earth, was Superman just going to turn Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and be like, I missed the part where that's my problem?
Probably.
I burped. Excuse me. Would Superman have turned into Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and be like, I missed the part where that's my problem? Now, time for the question of the week. James' favorite part. What would you name a planet? Bry Albania? Jamestown? Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
I like that as the sign-off.
I'm liking the new sign-off.
New Strecker. That's what I call every one of my children.
New planet?
Yeah.
What is the
What's
mass?
about it?
Is it carbon-based?
Yeah. I think I'm going to, by the way, while you're thinking, I'm going to go change
to Bong Vision.
To Bong Vision, yeah.
Well done, Dylan. Thank you for that.
He used Light Griffey Jr. in this episode also.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't seen that for a while.
He really did.
Yeah.
New planet. Jamie, can you give me some characteristics of this planet? I want to name a planet with that.
The planet's grass is poop. And its fish are gold. So what now, smart guy?
Was that a Matt Berry-ism, but with a James
fish
voice?
Are gold. Its grass is poop.
Okay, poop grass.
Yes, I hear you, Brian
Goldfish.
Fandango.
God, he's just brilliant.
Goldfish. Oh, I didn't even do that on purpose. Goldfish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought
poop
that
grass, famous cracker poop grass.
I love poop grass. Okay, so there's poop grass everywhere.
Yeah.
There's goldfish in the water. I'd like to be optimistic, but I know that it's me.
I don't know. I've not given you very good characteristics of the planet.
Yeah, no. What's the atmosphere made out of? Don't fucking say poop.
I almost said pee. It's air, but it's only like when you walk past like a brewery and you smell the like hops, like pea soup smelling air.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Trumpsburg.
Okay.
Name of the planet.
Fish are gold. We have the goldest fish.
Yeah.
All right.
Books or hip hop?
Don't make me do this.
Books.
Don't say that because you don't like books. You need to read more books.
I know. It just felt books to me. I don't have to tell you why.
Modern pop hip hop.
Okay, yeah. It had a good idea and then it didn't execute it very well.
Sure.
Not top 10.
Nope.
Bottom 10? No. I don't think so. I didn't care. I did say it made me mad, but I don't.
It's part of the mediocre middle.
I think if it was just up to me, I might put it on there, but it has to be unanimous. And if you don't think it should go on,
I don't like it.
Yeah. We don't have to do it. It's okay. Jackson and Molly get to live again.
Oh, they're definitely coming back.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
You've had a lot of this person's definitely coming back predictions today of the day that we're recording 2 episodes of the podcast.
Jamie, what about this show? What about any of these shows has made me convinced that somebody's not going to come back?
And we had quite a long trail of episodes where they would all end with, "On the day is saved," crossfade back to where the villain's at. His eyes open. The episode ends.
Right.
Like it was just a trope every episode for a while where you were like,
well,
oh
now
no.
They've control Z'd on that part.
Yeah, they've just been like, well, we won't show you, but we'll probably still bring them back or whatever. Yeah.
You know in your heart they're coming back.
Do I?
Yes.
I don't know.
I can see it in your eyes.
I'm trying to give you the most blank, vague stare ever.
I can taste it in your smile.
What does it taste like?
Bacon.
I haven't eaten any bacon.
Turkey.
Recently. I did
cranberry.
eat turkey.
You had like a
cranberry.
Thanksgiving sandwich.
It was good.
Yeah.
Well, it's mail time. Future whoa.
Okay, let's go to the future.
It's the future, LOL.
I need it.
We're inside Absolute Power, Jackson and Molly episode.
Wow, that was so long ago.
I know, it is like a long time ago. It's almost been a month since we recorded that.
Wow. But I do remember Jackson and Molly. Go me.
Go you.
What
was the episode we watched after that?
Oh,
it was the only other episode we watched.
It was the one we did with Tip Apricot.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I don't remember the name of it. I don't remember the bad guys.
Well, it'll be spoilers for the listener if you knew, I guess. Because you don't in this time in the podcast, but you do.
To be fair, I don't right now anyway, but as we were discussing, it's been a long day, so that's fine.
That's okay. We're going to do a tiny mail. It's an experiment kind of to try to figure out how tiny mail goes. But I know I'm still going to play this song because we love Kimmy. Here it is.
We love Kimmy.
I was just seeing how long I could go without playing.
Yeah.
Oh.
That yacht.
We
One
love
small
Kimmy.
extra yacht. Put it over.
We
Love
drop
Kimmy.
one week our weekly yacht. Oh yeah, those. Into the comment box first. There sure was a lot. Now Jamie's mad.
There's not a lot now.
We're all, at least I am, just Dylan Pollock.
Well, there are a lot, but I picked fewer of them. We drop.
And everybody hates us now.
Everybody hates us now.
Listenership
Everybody's
goes down
sad.
to 1%, and that 1% is Kimmy.
Look, as I've said, I still read everything that comes in. So even if you wanted to put like a cool little secret message that's just between you and me, I will see it. And I'll go, wow. But then I don't get to say it to you.
You've heard it here, listeners. Send James your deepest, darkest secrets. Yeah. Confessions of love and favorite recipes.
Read those ones on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's all a trick.
Send
us your home address.
Whoa.
If you would like to reach out to us like the fire hand at the end of World's Finest Part 3, you can send a 60-second voice message or a short-ass email to batwagonpod@gmail.com. Or leave a comment on today's episode on the Pod Tower YouTube channel or Spotify, but please don't spoil anything past this episode.
Don't.
For Brian.
Don't do it.
So we don't want him to know things.
Don't
and
do it.
spoilers also include your feelings about upcoming things. Oh, I can't wait for Brian to get to spoiler thing. And then he goes, wow, my feelings have changed now.
Who was the first offender of that? Probably Darkseid.
Yeah.
That was the big, well, so. not certainly wasn't the first offense. But that was the biggest. That was the like, okay, reel it in.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that are like, oh my God, Batman Beyond, I love it, which is great. Just calm the fuck down. This is from Michelle Salerno. Bames and Dryan, long time no yap. Turns out podcasts and biology and physics classes don't mix well.
Ooh.
Though I got my shit together and I want to hop back on the Bat-Wagon because I miss listening to this podcast.
Yeah!
Well, welcome back to it. Thank you for being here.
Welcome back to the pod. You are 3/4, if not 7/8 of the way through the episode.
Oh, boy. I missed... those are numbers. I missed out on the start of Batman Beyond, but there's no way I'm missing the end of TNBA. Right now, I'm listening to episode 138. Congratulations on being 2/3 or 7/8 through the show. So I hope to catch up soon. You'll hear back from me. Yop till you drop. P.S. I would like to add that I'm taking a course on the art of film and TV, and I'm writing an essay on why I think BTAS is my favorite piece of media. If it weren't for this podcast, I would not have been able to know as much as I do about it, so thank you.
Oh, shit. I want to talk film. Can we talk film and TV?
And art?
Here you go, listener. Fucking hot wreck, because I watched it. Hot wreck. That's
we're me. Wrecking hard at this
time. If you haven't seen it, go watch Everything is Illuminated. I watched it again for the. I've watched that movie so often, but
I sincerely had never
years.
Heard of it when you mentioned it. It's a Hobbit guy,
Elijah Wood. It's got Eugene Hutz from Gogol Bordello.
Oh,
that's amazing. And another prominent actor who I don't know because he's not from the English speaking realm.
Bordello, so I don't know him.
But holy shit, it is It's funny and heavy, and you need to see it. Okay, bye.
I will. I put it on my list. Eric LeBeau, Absolute Power. Or why did it take me until this episode to realize Mala has pink eyeshadow?
I still don't know why Jax-Ur and Mala look so much like Buzz Lightyear cartoon show characters. After looking at how Jax-Ur and Mala are ruling New Krypton and that scarily familiar salute from the Guard, I'm just not gonna make any comparisons to America and its recent events. Hashtag keep your politics out of my DCAU. Alex choice to not intervene really doesn't make much sense to me when he could have easily gone back to Earth, gotten the Phantom Zone projector, and put Jax-Ur and Mala back easy as that. Then again, who knows when they were planning to invade. It's a fine episode, but it definitely makes me scratch my head in some parts.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Croc, you finished your 17th watch through of the new Will It Can It video while throwing rocks at the wall?
Rock!
I know, it's really good. I'm on my 20th rewatch myself.
Rock!
Yeah, we should watch something else to break up the pace. Wanna go watch Sailor Moon?
Rock!
No, it holds up really well, I promise.
Rock!
Okay, but we're watching the redub, not the 90s dub.
Rock!
Good man. Croc. Dog. Roommate. Keep calling me up on.
Whatever the fuck you are. Yeah, everybody should go watch that video, please. The new video on Watchtower Database. Go watch it.
Okay, hold on. Yep. YouTube.
Brian,
I'm going
definitely
for Watchtower. I'm not going to do that, Jamie.
No, put it on a tab and don't look at the tab.
Put it on a tab for like...
Put it on my
six
tab.
tabs. 6 tabs. 6 years.
This is every Watchtower video that comes out. Brian says, put it on my tab, and I'll pay in 7 years when I get to watch all of these.
Yeah.
You'll have a fun weekend of only watching Watchtower videos for,
The weekend? Bro, that's going to be like 6 months.
Yeah, all right.
Nonstop.
Okay. This is Keen Machine.
Hey.
Happy Yoppie Games. The Mail Time Treaty 2025. In response to unprecedented quantities of mail, a new decree has been issued. Each listener may offer up one message per week to be considered for public dissemination. These tributes shall be collected by the Big Bus Duo and subjected to rigorous inspection, where they will fight to favor until only 2 selections remain. These surviving messages shall be included in the airing of Jump on the Bat-Wagon at the discretion of the hosts. Each week henceforth and forevermore, this pageant shall be known as the Yoppie Games.
No.
Greetings! Welcome! Happy Yoppie Games! And may the mail be ever in your favor. Now, the time has come to select 2 courageous tributes for the honor of representing the dear listener in the first weekly Yoppie Games. So without further ado, let's begin.
I can't believe he Hunger
First
Games us.
up, Kyle Naranya. Come along, don't be shy.
Hello, everyone's favorite Canadian and fellow podcaster here. Now, for this episode, I wanted to talk about...
And now for the second. Tip Tapricot.
I volunteer as tribute!
No, Ryan, that's not really how this works.
No. I think you've got your analogy all mixed up. Do you even know what you're doing?
Well, I'm not sure anyone really knows the rules at this point, so here we are, this week's Voices of the Listener. Big smiles, boys, that's it. Happy Yoppie Games, and may the mail be ever in your favor.
Oh my god.
Always
I'm glad we're back to the era, potentially, of overproduced Keen Machine voice messages.
Wait, so is this going to be the new way to get on the mail? Is to have like 6 or 7 people come together on one voice message, but then it's only one voice message.
This is from Kyle.
Well,
I sent in my last email from my old email, which is why it said null. Anyway, here you go.
Ryan, Jamie, hello. Absolute Power is an interesting episode. It's a sequel to something we've seen already, but it feels like it probably was pitched as a 2-parter, and then they realized they didn't have enough story, so they made it 1 episode, but then that 1 episode is paced incredibly quickly, and we don't get to see the full extent of what's gone on this planet. We just get the 1 minor flashback, which I thought was really interesting. I found it really funny that clearly off screen, Superman ran Mala through kissing random strangers because, let's just say, Mala got all up on that soldier boy. And do you think she cranked that? I mean, it's a safe assumption that she did. Bad joke. Let's move on from that. I was actually really hoping you guys, given when this episode is supposed to be coming out, that it would be just before Melody's birthday. So if you wouldn't mind wishing her a happy birthday,
Yes.
I know that would absolutely make her day. If not, no worries. I won't play her this part of the message.
I have the perfect song to play for Melody right here. It goes like this.
Get up on the Hydra's back. Get up on the Hydra's back.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Melody. Hope you're having a good one and that you got all the presents that you deserve for your birthday.
We hope your dad got you at least 1,600 presents.
At
And
least.
if it was any less than that, he's a
No, Jamie, no.
He's a Batman fan.
He is.
Isn't he?
Batman
So
fans are known for
it
getting
all
less than
works out.
1,600 presents for their
Yes.
children.
That's true. I don't ever get my kid that many of presents. Maybe in his life.
Maybe.
Potentially. I don't know. These are comments on last episode, Rebirth parts 1 through 2, or It's the Future, LOL. Banana Man says okay.
Okay.
He is okay too, I assume, but I don't know for sure. We have a Luke Jackpot. Hi. This is the
Hi.
Ace the Bat Hound's mom, Leandro's girlfriend, from last time, the picture of the dog.
Oh, yeah.
Too bad this pod is audio only and I can't show you his beautiful face. Leandro or the dog? Also, he's a rescue mutt. Leandro or the dog? Not a GSD, but it's all GSD. Is that the type of dog you guessed?
I mean,
what does that stand for?
I'm guessing it's German Shepherd.
Oh, yes.
There's like
Gotham's Police Department. But it's always funny when he passes as one.
Okay.
I started watching Batman Beyond a few days ago, so I guess we're in sync. Leandro really does listen to you guys religiously, so I'm glad you got to read his email. Cheers. Cheers. Right on back.
I wish I had something to cheers with.
I think I said Luke Jackpot. It says Lupe Jackpot. I'm bad at reading. I'm sorry.
It's been a long weekend, James.
It has. It has been a long week and weekend.
Have you recovered yet from the weekend?
I'm feeling okay. I'm good.
Yeah.
The weekend was a cap to an entire week of me like staying up till 4 or 5 in the morning every morning trying to finish the new Will It Cannon. Go watch it. This
Listener can confirm, like in the Discord, James is like dropping messages at like 4:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like still working on this video. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. Well,
So go watch it because he did so much work.
It's a good video. I like it a lot, and you will too if you watch it, Brian, in a long time from now. Also, Scar Lowy commented on Spotify. I was kind of hoping Brian would hate Batman Beyond. I don't generally like super negative reviews, but I think it would be hilarious if Brian was just talking about how horrible it is the entire time while James is just pissed off. That's what we've been doing up until this point, so on a certain level.
It's going to be my new On Leather Wings. Man, Batman Beyond is just totally overrated. This sucks.
Yeah.
New metal? Really?
We did also have a comment from the Yopisode Guide episode on Spotify from Alex Robson, British Dylan Pollock. Says British Dylan Pollock here. I don't know how to spell Pollock. You did it right. I'm listening and I'm shocked you got Steve Irwin on the show considering he's dead, much like Brian's accents. So, thanks. Last first, we got Mark.
All of them, including this one.
Yeah, this one that been doing the whole podcast.
Yeah.
Absolute power, or Superman punched a laser blast back at a dude, or more spacey wacy stuff, or toxic military complex in space. Honestly, going from the future of Gotham of Batman Beyond to the more traditional sci-fi style of Estes is surprisingly not that jarring. There's plenty of lasers and flying vehicles in both, so it's not too far-fetched. Clark once again donned his Buzz Lightyear spacesuit, sending probes into black holes. That's a concept so inherently pointless that one can't help but poke fun at the logic behind that. It's like hitting a ball over your cranky neighbor's fence. Good luck getting that back. Do you have any knowledge of black holes that you want to share with us?
Yeah.
If you send a probe in there?
If you haven't heard of the term spaghettification.
This isn't a sex joke at all. I'm just wanting to clarify that. I'm legitimately wondering.
Yeah, I'm too tired to have made that very low ball.
Someone did,
fruit,
as I said.
Fruit.
Low balls.
Yeah, look up spaghettification. Look up spaghettification.
Yeah,
and it's this thing that happens as you get closer to a black hole. you get kind of stretched like essentially like infinitely long because
Jax-Ur and Mala did it when they died or whatever.
Yeah. I think we might have mentioned something like that in the pod, right?
Probably.
I was just thinking, like, if you sent in a probe that's sending back information about the black hole, but at a certain point, would it just be like, "Hi, I'm gone from time and space," actually?
Yeah, I think you would, like, even if it was like hardwired in, there's going to be a point where as gravity increases, like if light's not escaping, then even like fiber optic cable wouldn't be able to send messages. So like it's going to disconnect. So you're not really going to.
The Wi-Fi can't make it through black
Wi-Fi,
hole.
probably
Have we tried?
not. Well, no. Does Wi-Fi have mass? Probably. If it's measurable, there's got to be some level of mass. Wow, where are we going?
Wi-Fi have mass. Yeah. Jax-Ur and Mala are back. Is it me, or does this exposition of how they took over that planet make anyone else say to themselves, well, this is way too prescient for my tastes? Yeah, a little bit. Not much else to say about this episode. Wasn't bad, but wasn't all that special either. I did like the quote Superman said at the end, though. I think we thought that was very stupid. Boss Biggest Bear Hugs to the #1 podcast host in this here multiverse of ours. January really is the worst. And, but you know what really isn't the worst? You. Praise for our Lord and Savior Dylan Pollock. Keep up the great work on your own podcast, and remember to tell Gab that she rules. Likewise to all his loyal disciples, all the names. You're all the absolute best. Don't you forget how to talk.
Jamie did.
Till next week, big old whoosh. I just flew away, baby. That's the mail.
Wow.
I did it. How quick and breezy and brief.
Maybe just read one half of one Apple
I'll play
review.
half of Keen Machine's thing next time, and then
we'll speed it up. We'll play it at like 2 or 3 times speed and only play like half of it.
I think so.
Yeah.
I also think I like, though, that the fewer mail means I don't feel as bad about talking about other shit like in the mail or between the mail. You know what I mean?
Amongst the mail.
So the mail section stays just as long as it ever did, but it's full of more of us, the most important thing.
Now we all know what James really wants.
Mm-hmm. As I always have in every situation. It's all about me, baby.
Good. You got self-love. Let's stop this now.
So let's stop the podcast entirely. Don't even do the outro or the everything at the end. Just end it now. Now it's not the future anymore, and we're back.
Can you believe it?
How did we do that?
Science.
Oh my God.
Comical clack there.
You want to hear the name of the next episode, Bri?
Yeah!
It is called Mad Love. We have 7 episodes of Superman left, 1 episode of Batman left. Mad Love.
And it could be either Batman Beyond, or Superman.
Batman Beyond is an option now too, yeah.
Love. Superman?
No.
Batman?
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be our last Batty?
It's our last Batman episode ever.
No! I like Batman!
You have a new future Batman, though.
Whatever.
All right. What do you think Mad Love is about? You're making so many sounds on the thing.
AD, it's at 11.
Yeah, it's okay.
Here,
it's okay.
Arms in the air.
Thank
Is this
you.
better?
Ooh, Yzma, put your hands in the air.
The guy with the baby in the shorts is going to walk by and it's going to be me.
Oh, those guys are doing a podcast. Wire his hands in the air.
This is the Hands in the Air podcast.
Put your hands in the air like you just don't care about absolute power.
Okay, yeah.
I can't put them any higher. Mad Love.
Nightwing and Batgirl.
Okay. What are they doing? Why?
Making
They're
mad
doing.
love.
I know what they're doing.
Why? I can't describe people's love. What's wrong with you, man?
Nightwing and Batgirl are having sex.
Whoopee.
That's what this episode is.
They're making mad love.
Oh my God. That's cool.
What kind of love are you making?
Sad love. Sorry, Jessica, listening in the car. It's not true. It's not true. All right. Well, that's the show, everybody. Please give us a follow or subscribe wherever you may be listening to this. And please leave us a 5-star review on your podcatcher of choice. You'll damn well hear it read on the show. Thank you to everyone listed in the description for their musical themes and help in making this podcast as yoppy as it can be. Go check out their stuff. And thank you, of course, to you, the listener, for listening.
And to Vitz for making you work on the movie.
That's what he does. And that's how we roll, baby.
Yeah, baby.
At the time of this recording, 6:53.
Baby.
Baby.
Babies.
Babies. What are we doing? Why are we saying this?
Fuck, I don't know, dude.
Okay, leave. Bye.
Oh, okay, wait.
Oh.
Wait.
No.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Although Satea's people were grateful for my help, I wondered if it wasn't I who should be grateful. They reminded me of the saying, evil triumphs when good men do nothing. I won't forget it again.
Jump on the Bat-Wagon is hosted and edited by yours truly, James Strecker, and co-hosted by yours Briley, Brian Maneely. This podcast is brought to you by the Watchtower Database, your one-stop shop for all things DC Animated Universe. To send us a Yoppie beverage, nab some sick show merch, or support us on Patreon, you can visit the links in today's show notes. And thank you very much. Please leave us a 5-star review on your app of choice and follow us wherever you listen to never miss a new show. And we'll see you next episode, same PP time, same poo-poo channel.